Morality leads to the destruction of society.
What evidence of that do you have?
I have the evidence of today's structure. Today's society, everywhere where you follow traditional morality, you see success in the structure of that society. If you follow the marriage institutions, if you follow those that follow traditional morality, we see that they're very successful, the people that don't lie and cheat. And then when we go and follow your secular moral structures, where we see promiscuity, we see, you know what I mean, talking about the
Do you think that a husband
scientific
can?
dilemma.
I have a very important question. Do you think a husband can rape his wife?
Sure, yeah.
Do you actually believe that?
Yeah, of course.
Do you think it's wrong if a husband does that?
If he coerces his wife, yes, it's very wrong.
And say coerce.
Well, the word
Forcibly
you use,
penetrates her without her
yeah,
consent.
100% wrong. Yeah.
100%
Now,
wrong.
now you
Okay.
agree with me? There
Where
are
do you
obligations
live?
upon our.
Where do you live?
Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you? I'm here in
You
Kansas.
actually
Can I ask you a
can't.
question?
Where do you live?
I'm here in Kansas. Do you not
In
believe there's
Kansas. Okay.
obligations upon
Do
you
you
in your
know
society?
that in the United States there weren't even marital rape laws on the books until the 70s? Because
By the
the
way, this is-
traditional view was that a husband
Hey.
can't rape his wife because she's his property. Sounds like secular morality kind of rescued
hey,
women from
I don't
men.
know what you're talking about.
Men like you. You don't know what I'm talking about? You can look it up. I think South Dakota was the first state. There were not marital rape laws on the books until the 1970s.
Because people are not R-wording their wives.
Because people didn't think that a man could rape his wife because it's his property. That's the biblical view.
Okay. So what's the argument here? The argument is that traditional morality forces you to R-word your wife. What the fuck is the argument here? Can you make it? So I
No,
can
according
laugh at
to
you?
traditional morality,
I can
there
destroy your
isn't
shit
even.
argument?
Buddy, stop crashing out. According to certain senses in the traditional sense, there's no such thing as that because you can't do that to your own property.
What are you even talking about? See, what's
I'm
your
talking about how,
assertion?
like, in the Bible, if a man rapes a woman, then the penalty for that is he just pays her dad a fine, and then she's
Okay,
forced
based
to
on what
marry her
scripture?
rapist.
Based on what scripture? Go ahead.
It's in the Old Testament somewhere.
No, it's not.
Yes,
it's not
it
based
is.
on the Old Testament. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, well, I'll pull it up for you. What are you going to do when I read this verse and it says what I just said?
Then I would just say that it's probably that you're misinterpreting the verse because you.
So
don't
you have
see
your
that
conclusion already in mind. Great. What's the point in talking to you?
Hey, my brother, you're not gonna let me speak, huh? You're so scared, by the way. You're so scared.
No,
It's so clear. I can't believe my
you're
viewers
triggered
like you. You're
because I
disgusting.
proved to you that
I'm not
your
triggered. You won't let me
traditional
speak.
view is dog shit in this one specific regard. We could get to a whole lot of other
You're
things.
lying. You're a conspiracy theorist. You're lying. I don't know what you're talking about. You don't even know what verse you're talking about. I bet you don't. Where in the Christianity allows you R-word your wife? You're such a bullshitter. And I can't believe my viewers actually like you. You're disgusting. Just say
I
you're a
can't
loser
believe
and you can't
anybody
defend your
likes you.
position. Just say you can't defend your position. That's laughable. Like, this is laughable.
Okay, Deuteronomy 22, verses 28 and 29. If a man happens to meet a virgin who is not pledged to be married, and he rapes her, and they are discovered, he shall pay her father 50 shekels of silver. He must carry the young woman, for he violated her. He can never divorce her as long as he lives. So in a traditional,
doesn't sound like you can
traditional
R-word your
sense, rapists are forced to marry the guy that raped them, and they can never be separated. Does that sound
So
good
that's
to
what
you?
I would say. You're misinterpreting the verse. It could.
Does that sound good to you?
You're not going to let me speak. You're misinterpreting the verse.
Does that sound good to you?
There does nothing.
This is like literally a yes or no question. I don't know. I don't know why you're struggling. Is this good? Yes or no?
Nothing you said says you can R-word.
Is this good? Yes or no?
Nothing you said says you can R-word.
Is this good? Yes or no?
So you're obfuscating. Just explain.
Is this good? Yes or no?
Concede that you're
I understand
obfuscating.
exactly what you're saying. You're saying, well, they're not married yet, so this doesn't support your argument from earlier.
Saying you can-
We don't have to, we can get there. The question is, do you think that this is good?
Just concede that you
Do you think that this is good?
concede you obfuscate the convo. You're
I'm not
even talking about
obfuscating
R-wording
the
anymore. You're
convers-
not even talking about R-wording anymore.
I'm not yes, I am. It said rape right there.
Now
Do you
you're
want me to
talking
read
about
it
good
again?
and evil. You fucking mental case. You're talking about good and evil now.
You are such a pathetic little insecure
I'm the
crybaby.
pathetic one. Just
yes,
concede you're
and you have
obfuscating. You don't
insecure
have to
beliefs
talk.
and you have weak faith. You can't even
My
defend
brother-
your worldview. You said my worldview's good, and then when I showed you that your worldview forces women to marry their rapists, you just have this epic tantrum online
So
for
can I ask you a
everybody to
question?
see. You just
Does-
did.
is the-
So
is
do you
what you
think
said-
this is good? Yeah, the question is, do you think this is good? Wow, did you just punch the drywall in your own house? Did you just
Bro.
send your fist through the drywall? You're having such a tantrum. So, do you think
You're
that this
losing
is good?
viewers. You're losing viewers. A lot of my viewers
So,
respect you.
you're literally such a petulant child. You're doing I know you are, but what am I? You took what I said and copied it because on top of just being an unlearned bigot, you're also not very
What are you talking
creative.
about, bro?
So the question is, do you think that this is
What are you
good?
talking about? Is the question is good and evil, or is the question our wording is good or not? What's the question? Weren't you bringing this verse to prove to me that our wording is acceptable in the Bible? Isn't that what you were going to bring me?
The entire premise was that women were
Concede
treated like
now.
property. I'm not conceding anything because your argument, your framing of what I was talking about is not what my argument was. So I don't care about your pathetic little straw man, okay? Do you think that that verse I just laid out, do you think that that set of rules is good?
I think for the time that it was being
There
created,
you go.
it's
So you
like-
think women being forced to
It was
marry their
necessary.
rapists is good? I don't. Now you can claim because
When was this written? 2,000 years
blah
ago,
blah
right?
blah blah
2,000
blah.
years
I
ago?
believe in God, therefore it is good. Like you can think that if you want. Look. We
You're gonna talk
live.
to yourself?
We live
Are
in
you
a
just gonna talk to
country.
yourself?
We live in a country where it's not illegal for people like you to have thoughts like that. You are allowed to think, and you do think, Manner,
Oh,
that it
So I'm
may
wrong
be
that there
fine
was
for a
there was
woman to be
actually a
forced to
salvation for
marry
a
her
R-worded woman
rapist.
2,000 years ago.
You think it's fine for a woman to forced to be married to her rapist for life in certain contexts. I don't
can I
think
say
that.
something?
And okay, we live in a free country. You're allowed to think that. Put that on a t-shirt.
It's hilarious that you're crying about strawman when you strawman my whole position here.
No,
Is my
I
position
asked
that
you and you
2,000
said
years
yes.
ago it's
I'm
okay
not
to R-word a
strawmanning
woman?
you.
Is that my position?
You muted yourself that time, by the
My
way.
position that 2,000 years ago it's okay to R-word women? Is that my position? Is that what you're claiming? That's what you're claiming my position is.
Nope. Because I stated really clearly that your official position is that it's fine to force a victim to be married for life to the perpetrator. Because you did say that.
That's not what I said. I said
Yes, that is literally
I
what you
I'm
said,
happy, and I think it's necessary. Can
You're
I finish what I
happy
said?
for it to
I
happen.
think it's
Okay.
necessary that there is salvation for a woman 2,000 years ago if there was an R wording for her and there was some kind of repercussions for that guy.
There are no repercussions for him. He gets a wife for life out of it. And because they were treated like property, she probably would have just been a homemaker. So he gets to be a lazy jerk off and get away with rape. What do you think should happen? Okay, if today somebody raped a woman, what do you think should happen to him?
Hey, listen. Today is 2,000 years ago. Is the same today as 2,000 years ago? Is
So
it
the
same
question
things?
was, if that happens, if a man does that, what should happen to him today?
So first of all, I would never use that verse in the Quran and the Bible to try to say that it's okay to R-word women.
Wow. So the question is really incredibly simple. It has nothing to do with that
answer
verse
your
in
question.
Deuteronomy. The question is, if a man does that today, what should happen? Here, I'll tell you what the answer is. He should go to jail. Okay, so that's the answer. So according to you, what should happen?
Am I allowed to actually answer, or are you just gonna?
That's the only thing you're allowed to do. And every time you don't do it, I will mute you, which is what's been happening. So what's the answer?
Planet, you're a very scared little boy.
You're still
tiny.
not answering the question. You're actually just crying some more. So what's the answer?
Supposedly somebody so smart as you, you're tiny.
You're still literally not answering. You're just talking about me. You're as obsessed with me as your fans are. So what is the
You're
answer?
a piece of shit. You're small.
Bro,
You
literally,
actually don't have a conversation.
all you have
You're
to do
scared.
is say, go to jail. So what should happen to a man if he does
You're
that?
scared because once I start talking
Why
about
will you not
promiscuity and
say
the secular
that a
moral values,
rapist-
then he's gonna start shutting up.
Why are you incapable of saying that a rapist should be punished?
You need to answer some of my questions.
I will after you answer
an
this
answer.
question.
with me at all.
Bro, you're in my house, you little beta bitch. So get used to it. These are my rules. So what should happen to a man if he rapes a woman?
Disgusting prick. Disgusting little prick. I don't know how
Yes,
anyone
the
can
guy that won't say
You're disgusting.
simply
You don't know how to
will
have a
not
conversation,
say
you
that a man
disgusting
should be
pig eater.
punished for
You're a
raping a
pig
woman
eater.
is
You're
a
pig
disgusting
eater. You're
prick.
strawmanning me, you fucking pig eater. Hey, by the way, pig eater is not a straw man. You actually are a pig eater.
Oh,
And you
you're
are
a
what you eat,
Muslim.
pig.
Okay, I get it.
You're a pig. You're a pig.
I,
You're a pig because you are
think,
what you eat.
I think you were pretending to be Christian the whole time, but you're clearly a
Never
Muslim.
pretended. I was talking about traditional morality. I never pretended. But
Sure.
you're the one that knows Christianity more than Islam, so you brought that up.
Okay.
Okay, anyways, are you going to have a
Do you
conversation
disagree
me?
with the
Let me
honor
ask you-
killings that
ask you a
happen in
question now.
countries such as Saudi Arabia?
Can I ask you a question? Is it okay
Nope.
that your woman...
Do you disagree with the honor killings that happen in countries like Saudi Arabia?
A secular community allows women to get raped in the clubs. Is that cool?
Manar, in your theocratic countries, they kill women that are raped for having extramarital sex. Do you think that's wrong? This is why I brought this up earlier.
You're a
I
liar,
guarantee
man. Bring
that
proof.
you do not think a husband can rape his
Bring
wife.
proof, you fucking
I
liar. You're such a
guarantee that
liar.
you don't actually believe that. So in Saudi Arabia, and I think Afghanistan too, women who are raped can be executed for having extra or sex outside of marriage. Do you condemn that?
Bring me the proof.
So you will
from
not
the-
say
from-
no because you will not condemn it because you don't think it's wrong.
Because it's not Islamic. I don't think it's a Islamic scripture based what you're saying about it. Maybe the culture of the country allows it to do that, but it's not the Islamic tradition. It's not. I don't know what you're talking about.
Great. So you can say that they didn't
Not
pull
true.
it from the Quran, and you're probably right. But they happen to believe it anyway because there are these extra books. I can't remember what they're called, hadiths or something like that, where people proclaim these are official rules or whatever.
So you have no idea what you're talking about.
I don't know the terminology all that well, but so anyways, the question was, do you condemn the honor killings that are done to rape victims in Islamic countries?
Look, so you're
The,
misconstruing the question.
the answer
If you
is
said
yes,
honor killing,
or the answer you should be giving is yes. So just give an answer
there's
and
no
don't.
honor killing of an R-worded woman. There's honor killing of an adulterous woman, but there's no honor killing of a R-worded woman. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, well, here, Amnesty International,
It's not in the
Afghanistan,
scripture.
10-year-old rape victim survivor faces honor killing. Wow. So it does happen.
Where's the scripture based? This is Afghanistan's law.
So
This is not
it does
scripture.
happen. So if we had a traditional society that rejected secular ideas, like that each person is equal under the law, then rape victims wouldn't get publicly executed. But if we adopt yours, then then that is the pathway to how we get there. I'm not saying it would always happen every single time. Maybe you don't actually agree with it, but you will not condemn it. And the point is, you cannot give a secular argument that a woman who is raped should be killed because her body or something has been defiled or dishonored. But in your morality world, that is something that happens. Not always, everywhere, every time, but it does happen. And I don't want to live in a world like that.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. Is it moral to murder 1 million babies a year? 1 million fetuses a year murdered. Is that no moral to you? Is
Ask
that a
God
moral-
because he's done that multiple times.
No. But no. Oh, so God's aborting all these million babies? Is that what, now you're gonna blame God?
Oh,
for that?
abortion? I thought you said murder.
Yeah, 1 million babies are getting aborted a year in America. Is that moral
Do you
or
think
immoral?
Do you think people should be forced
No,
to
I'm
have
not gonna let you- I'm not
kidneys
gonna let you
taken
ask
out of
another
their
question. How
bodies
about you respond?
and
Hey,
have
let's
blood
play your
taken out
game,
of their
Planet. No,
bodies
Planet, we're playing your
because
game.
it would
Planet, we're
it
playing your
could
game.
be
You're only gonna
used
respond to my question. You're
it
not gonna
could
respond
be
to anything
used
else. We're playing
Oh
your
my
game.
god, dude. May you fuck pigs in
Play your
hell.
game.
You
You wanna
are
play games? Let's play
intolerable
it.
to talk to.